The discussion underscores the pervasive nature of misinformation, with both Democrats and Republicans contributing to the proliferation of false narratives. This observation highlights a troubling trend in the modern landscape of information dissemination. Furthermore, the discourse delves into the implications of artificial intelligence, examining its potential to shape public perception and influence discussions. This exploration raises critical questions regarding technology's role in constructing our understanding of reality. Additionally, the speakers introduce the concept of avatar depression, which serves as a metaphor for disconnection from reality. This idea effectively illustrates how media and storytelling can profoundly impact emotional well-being. Moreover, the phenomenon of media outlets utilizing identical phrases concurrently raises significant concerns about the independence of journalism. This suggests that there may be deeper manipulations occurring within the media landscape. Turning to the subject of Doge, the discussion emphasizes how this cryptocurrency poses a tangible threat to bureaucratic structures by potentially redistributing power back to the populace. This could pose challenges to the established political status quo. Moreover, the issue of non-governmental organizations being funded through taxpayer money prompts important questions regarding oversight and accountability. It is suggested that many of these organizations might not fulfill their intended purposes, leading to significant waste. The inefficiencies present in government spending become apparent through the example of $12 billion earmarked for submarines, which ultimately resulted in no additional submarines delivered. This scenario highlights serious accountability issues within governmental fiscal management. Compounding these issues, there is a concerning lack of communication between government databases, allowing fraudulent activities to occur. Instances such as deceased individuals being erroneously listed as alive in Social Security databases underscore the severity of this problem. Furthermore, the absence of fundamental auditing practices within governmental financial systems enables untraceable payments. This scenario necessitates stringent financial controls to mitigate wasteful spending. There is a growing criticism of mainstream media for its failure to spotlight specific instances of waste or fraud in governmental expenditures. This lack of accountability among financial reporters exacerbates the challenges associated with transparent governance. In addition, the discussion emphasizes the importance of providing access to Social Security information and the security measures involved. This perspective counters narratives suggesting that such access ought to be restricted. Concerns about the influence of political agendas on hiring processes within government agencies raise significant issues. This dynamic has resulted in a talent shortage in critical fields, such as air traffic control, thereby compromising public safety. Moreover, concerns regarding the credibility of the information disseminated to the public highlight widespread frustration over perceived government secrecy. Citizens anticipated valuable insights, yet the content presented appears outdated. The analogy of a captain navigating a hostile environment underscores the formidable challenges faced by new leadership in acquiring essential evidence. The existing animosity complicates the trust necessary for effective cooperation. Transitioning to the implications of undisclosed documents from historical events, this raises pertinent questions about what information could still be potentially incriminating. The resultant uncertainty fosters speculation and conspiracy theories. The comparison of meme coins to casino gambling emphasizes the inherently risky nature of investing in speculative assets. Many individuals endure financial losses, leading to substantial distress. Additionally, pump and dump schemes prevalent in the cryptocurrency market can mislead investors into believing that they can achieve significant profits. Acknowledging the legal and ethical ramifications of such practices is crucial. The dialogue surrounding Social Security reveals potential financial instability in the future, which poses significant implications for the economy and underscores the necessity of sustainable financial planning. California's healthcare crisis is further exacerbated by an overwhelming patient load that healthcare providers struggle to manage, resulting in inadequate care for the general public. This shortage reflects broader systemic challenges. Moreover, the escalating financial burden of healthcare for undocumented individuals in California has reached alarming levels, with recent estimates indicating costs may soar to $9 billion, introducing significant fiscal challenges for taxpayers. Political dynamics also play a critical role, as there are apprehensions that the deportation of criminals, including undocumented individuals, is often avoided to preserve voting demographics, which ultimately impacts overall governance. The lawsuit serves as an example of the contradictory nature of U.S. immigration laws, wherein the hiring of asylum seekers can be mandated and simultaneously restricted under diverse regulations. This legal paradox complicates compliance for companies, particularly those like SpaceX. Additionally, the political motivations behind the lawsuit are scrutinized, suggesting it may be part of a broader strategy aimed at targeting political adversaries. Such actions establish a concerning precedent for future political retribution. The conversation brings to light the implications of holding influential figures accountable, especially in light of ongoing investigations into various political scandals.
This dynamic raises public expectations for transparency and justice.
Eyewitness accounts, such as Commander David Fravre's renowned Tic Tac incident, lend credibility to UFO sightings and generate inquiries about their true nature. These experiences are often accompanied by video evidence showcasing extraordinary maneuvers. However, despite advancements in camera technology, images of UFOs frequently remain blurry and unsatisfactory, revealing a gap between publicly available visuals and potentially classified information. This discrepancy fuels conspiracy theories and amplifies public curiosity. The discussion further addresses the formidable challenges associated with developing a fully reusable orbital heat shield for rockets, which is critical for the advancement of future space travel. Achieving this goal could dramatically reduce the costs of accessing space. It is important to note that the heat shielding in the space shuttle relied heavily on dense tiles that were susceptible to cracking, leading to catastrophic failures during re-entry. This vulnerability underscores the necessity for improved materials in future spacecraft. Modern spacecraft now employ flexible materials that accommodate thermal expansion and contraction, effectively addressing the issues encountered by the space shuttle. This adaptability is vital for maintaining structural integrity under varying temperature conditions. Future missions to Mars will necessitate robust heat shielding to ensure successful landings and safe operational procedures. Engineers remain focused on innovating solutions to enhance the durability of spacecraft for interplanetary travel. The challenges of terraforming Mars are substantial, necessitating initial habitation in safeguarded environments such as domes or subterranean structures. Immediate efforts must be prioritized to establish a sustainable presence on the planet. Moreover, technological vulnerabilities on Earth could impede endeavors in space exploration. Natural disasters or warfare may diminish Earth's technological capabilities, rendering missions to Mars unfeasible. The declining birth rates in countries such as Japan and South Korea present significant risks to the future of civilization. Without timely intervention, these nations may confront drastic reductions in population over forthcoming generations. Moreover, the potential for artificial intelligence to misrepresent historical figures and events underscores the critical importance of accurate data training. Inaccuracies in AI programming can lead to misleading outcomes. Programming artificial intelligence with extreme values may cause it to adopt hazardous logic, prioritizing trivial matters, such as misgendering, over significant threats like nuclear warfare. This concern reflects a broader issue in AI ethics. There are ongoing concerns about the potential of AI achieving a level of intelligence that surpasses human capability, which could lead to a loss of control. The implications of such a development for society and governance could be profound. The conversation reveals prevalent concerns regarding outdated computer systems and limited access to sensitive information, signifying potential issues within agencies such as the FBI. In addition, references to real threats against individuals suggest that public figures may face serious dangers as a direct consequence of their beliefs and actions. The dialogue also addresses the manipulation exercised by mainstream media, which can incite violence against individuals by categorizing them in extreme terms, resulting in dire consequences. The concept of reprogramming the matrix entails redefining success within established societal structures. This notion underscores the challenges associated with initiating true change against entrenched norms and expectations. The discussion points to a growing sense of frustration with traditional administrative changes that often yield minimal impact. The necessity for fundamental changes is emphasized in stark contrast to mere policy adjustments. Furthermore, there is a notion that mainstream media may inadvertently contribute to the spread of misinformation, ultimately affecting public perception. This realization underscores the significance of critical thinking and independent verification in today's information landscape. The impact of economic hardship on families can drive individuals toward illegal activities, such as insider trading, often rationalized as essential for survival. This creates a pervasive cycle of corruption. The psychological effects of desperation may compel individuals to engage in acts of violence, believing they are justified in doing so for the welfare of their families. This dynamic reflects a broader breakdown of societal norms. Moreover, media portrayals can exacerbate these tensions, depicting individuals as villains. Such representations may incite violence from those who feel justified by distorted narratives, thereby creating a perilous public perception. Advertising restrictions on pharmaceuticals could significantly influence how these companies engage with news outlets and public perception. Limiting their financial influence may lead to more objective reporting. Finally, Ensuring the accountability of vaccine manufacturers for adverse effects and misinformation is crucial for consumer safety. Promoting transparency in clinical trials can enhance public trust in vaccinations. Artificial intelligence holds the promise of enhancing medical diagnostics, enabling more accurate assessments than traditional methods. By evaluating vast amounts of data, AI can provide personalized health recommendations.